This is the SF Productions Podcast Network.
Look! On TV! It's a bird! It's a plane! It's, well, just about everybody.
From the Pop Culture Bunker, I'm Mindy.
And I'm Mark. You can check out our audio podcast, How I Got My Wife to Read Comics, on iTunes, or on our website, sfpodcastnetwork.com. I never thought I would say this, but the glut of superheroes on the big screen is about to be replicated on television.
Yes, that is quite a thing.
Now, after they finally put Smallville out of its misery,
yes,
the CW has now moved on to Arrow.
Which, it's not the same Arrow as
It's not the same Arrow. It's not, yeah. And apart from the usual CW non-logic, like multinational corporations run by 20-year-old models,
yes,
and the female lead went from running a legal nonprofit to the DA's office over the summer,
yeah.
It's a decent show with a lot of callbacks to DC Comics history.
Yeah, it's not bad.
So Oliver Queen is about to be joined by The Flash,
Ooh.
a.k.a. the fastest man alive, who will be introduced later this season on Arrow, and then he's going to get his own series.
I didn't hear that he was getting his
As
own.
far as I know, this is a backdoor pilot to his own series.
Yeah. I wonder if it'll be like, which Flash, you know?
I hear it's Barry. The impression is it's going to be Barry. But what kind of version of Barry, we don't know.
Yeah, it could be Barry, but not be a police scientist.
Right,
or,
right.
Or not be, the Barry that we know and love from the comics.
Yeah. Skater punk multinational corporation owner.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. There's also Gotham, a series on Fox. This is going to be Jim Gordon pre-Batman. So it's written by the mentalist Bruno Heller, and apparently it's got a series commitment.
Wow.
So
I'm not sure how that would work.
I don't know. It could be like Gotham Central. There's a comic book called Gotham Central that was very popular that was all about, it was basically Law and Order in Gotham City.
But it was still, you still had the Batman in the back. I mean,
in the background.
He wasn't in the comic, but he
cameo.
was still a presence in Gotham City.
Right.
So you had the weird superhero,
Right.
super villains and stuff that go along.
I mean, you
with
have to assume it's going to be some version of the supervillains.
maybe pre-supervillains or something.
Yeah, something like that. There's a Constantine, an NBC series that's being developed with David Goyer, who was involved, of course, in the Dark Knight movies.
Okay.
Now, as long as Keanu Reeves isn't involved, I'm fine with it.
You got to get the right person to play Constantine.
Yeah. There's also Our Man, who's now in development at the CW. Now, the concept of Our Man, because I'm sure virtually no one knows who this guy is. Mm-hmm. He started as a Golden Age comic book hero, where he's this genius who creates a drug that grants him super strength for an hour. And in later versions, lets him see visions of the near future.
And it sounds like the TV show is going to be more on that line and lets him see visions of the future so that he can try to change it.
Which, unfortunately, a lot of shows have done that.
A similar type of thing. I wonder if they take a character who's lesser known, like Our Man, like this, so that they get less kickback from the fans when they
I'm
change
sure.
things.
I'm sure. Now, iZombie is also in development. This is a Vertigo comic book title about a girl who staves off becoming a full-fledged zombie by eating a dead person's brain from time to time, and then gains their memories when doing so.
Yes.
This was a very quirky title. We really enjoyed the original story.
Yes.
Now, what I'm reading is they're adding a medical procedural element to it.
Well, perhaps instead of, because part of the story was when she ate the brain, she got some of their memories.
Right.
So maybe instead of her being a gravedigger, she'll be like a forensic, person who does autopsies.
Yeah.
And she eats their brain and then has to solve their murder.
But then how's she get away with just a little bit of brain so people don't notice? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Now, and then the last one here is that Wonder Woman is being developed again as a series at the CW called Amazon. I don't know if that's going to go anywhere.
Well, as long as it's not like that silly pilot that we saw.
Oh, that was terrible. From the one from 2011. Okay, so Marvel is not standing still in any way on this. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. premiered this year with Joss Whedon exec producing. It's in the same universe as the Avengers movie, ratings have not been as high as expected. In fact, they continue to drop, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I guess viewers were expecting Iron Man to drop by every week.
I don't know. I'm really enjoying it. But...
I like the series. But, and I'm not the first person to note this, certainly. Isn't this just Firefly in the Marvel Universe? This group of rebels spend most of their time on a ship. They have an enigmatic male lead. They have kick-ass female characters. They have an alpha male that the others are either afraid of or make fun of. And there's rapid-fire dialogue.
But it is Joss Whedon.
It's Joss Whedon, so you're going to get that.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of parallels there. And I also wonder why they're wasting so much time on the Sky character, frankly.
Yeah, well.
Regardless of that, I think we're really enjoying it.
Yeah, I'm going to continue watching it. I hope it... I think it has 2 years.
Yeah, I think they've... Yeah. And of course, it's owned by the same company that ABC's owned by.
Yes.
Disney. So...
as long as it's...
long as it does decently.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're
and
not
I imagine it'll do really well in, like, DVD sales and stuff, so...
So then Marvel just recently announced this huge agreement with Netflix, where they're going to do these 4 interlocking miniseries exclusive to Netflix with 4 different characters. Daredevil, now with Zero Affleck, Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, which was a proposed series that was shot down earlier, and now they're bringing it back up, and Iron Fist, and that's going to culminate in a Defenders series. So these are at best B-level heroes. Can it really work?
I think doing it on Netflix is a really smart idea because you get that binge watching. Mm-hmm. You know, you don't, you know, you're there, you've got all 12, 13 episodes, whatever, that you can watch. And, yeah, you know, if it's really bad, you're not going to watch it all the way through. But unlike, say, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., you know, it's not like you have to schedule every week to watch it. So I think it's highly likely that it'll be successful. Although I'm not quite sure how you call a Netflix series successful, you know?
Right, that's been a question from the networks. Like, we haven't seen the ratings and the numbers. Who knows what the numbers are because Netflix won't say. And it's like, but
not even what are the numbers. How do you make money on that? Because unless you bring in new Netflix subscribers
that's the only way to do it.
And then... they're going to keep wanting new programming, but they're only going to continue paying their monthly fee. They're not going to generate more money.
And there's only so many people who are going to buy Netflix.
Yeah, and there's no commercials. They can't sell commercials.
Right.
So there's no real revenue stream other than the monthly fee. So.
Maybe they will do, at some point, some sort of premium Netflix thing where you get extra shows a la Hulu and Hulu Plus. I don't know.
Yeah.
And the other thing to note, by going with Netflix, is you have a commitment up front to do the whole series.
Yes.
And it's going to be shown. As opposed to putting it on a network, which, until recently, it was a really big bet to put a superhero show on.
Yeah. Now, see, for example, and you didn't even mention it, The Tomorrow People is on right now. And that's not getting any buzz at all.
No.
I hear it's getting better, but, you know, the thing is that... you know, if your first few episodes don't pick up, you could be canceled, and then where are you?
Right. And a lot of shows never see the light of day, especially on networks. Many shows go into development and are never heard from again. A lot of the things we've talked about here, the Netflix stuff's going to happen. The stuff in the networks...
yeah, I have my doubts about a Wonder Woman, for example.
Yeah, I don't see that happening. Right. They continue to talk about it. Yeah. But you don't get those series commitments that you're going to get with a Netflix.
Right. Yeah. So we'll just wait for them.
Right.
Because we like our superheroes.
Exactly.
You can check out our audio podcast, How I Got My Wife to Read Comics, on iTunes or on our website, sfpodcastnetwork.com. From the Pop Culture Bunker, I'm Mindy.
And I'm Mark. Thanks for watching.